You're brainwashing yourself and you're manipulating your own brain for a negative outcome in your life. And this is what you're doing. So when we're telling ourselves certain stories like, I am a successful person, I am rich, I am, we're identifying ourselves in a certain way. And if we keep saying, okay, I'm going to succeed, I'm going to succeed, I am going to do this and I'm going to do this and I'm disciplined and I am a very structured person, then you're automatically going to identify this with yourself because you're saying, I am. You're framing yourself and sticking this label on you. But you're actually disconnecting yourself from yourself if you do this, because this is behavior. This is not you, this is behavior. And if the behavior that you have is not matching up with the way you think about yourself, as an example, you have to do a project and you say, I'm going to succeed in this project and it's going to look like this, 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 and this. And eventually you're not able to make it. You're not able to do it and you end up with nothing. You failed at your project and you did not confirm the thought in your brain that yes, you would succeed at the project. So it is not matching up. So you are believing, I am going to succeed and I'm a very successful person and I'm definitely good at what I do. And you identify with this on this level. But it didn't work out the way you wanted and it was a complete flop. So what we do is, because we identify with the success and it's not matching up with the results, our self-esteem goes down because we we identify with the results we get. And if you do this, it's very bad for your own self-esteem, and you connect your identity to everything you do. And I was talking to my therapist about this because this is behavior I have. And I was like, oh shit, I do this and I shouldn't be, because then I get upset with myself that I didn't accomplish what I wanted to accomplish, or I failed at something, or I did something that was not okay, and then I get into like a little downward spiral of negative feelings because the thing that I am identifying with is not matching up with what is happening or like the results. And instead of seeing it as a learning process, I am really pulling it towards me and I am saying, now I am a failure. But the thing is, I am a failure is still a thought. It's actually, perhaps it's not true, because maybe I failed at this thing. It's not failure, it's still a learning process, but it's outside of me. It's not that I am a failure. It doesn't mean that I am a failure in everything. I mean, I can still breathe. I am still who I am. And life still goes on. It's not that I fail as a human being. No, I am not failing as a human being. But this thing that I was doing didn't work out the way I wanted to. So it is something I still have to learn, and I still have to process, and I still have to do, and learning and growing as a person. But I do not have to identify myself with this. So this is the danger that I want to point out, that if you're saying, I am XYZ, I am going to do XYZ, and it doesn't match up with your expectations, or it doesn't match up with the story you're telling yourself constantly, that you can put your own self-esteem down if something is not working out. So you put too much pressure on it, on the results, because you're identifying with the results, and you shouldn't do that because you are a human being. You are not the results you create, or you're not the things that you are doing. It is something that you put into this world, yes it is, but you are still a separate being. It is something you can give the world, but it's not you. It doesn't define you. And perhaps this goes against everything you've learned, like your actions define who you are, and the things you say define who you are, and blah blah. Little side note, our actions create our reality. So it does happen that our actions define and shape the reality we're in, because the actions we take will end up with certain results. But it doesn't define you as a person, okay? But it doesn't mean that you are now this person. I mean, tomorrow you can decide to do different things, and you're still the same person, but then you have different surroundings and you do different things. We normalize it so much that we say, oh, this is the woman from the supermarket, or this is the person that does this. Yeah, but it doesn't define the person. If we detach ourselves from the results we're getting, we're not bullying ourselves anymore. Because you are literally destroying, I'm literally destroying myself. You are literally destroying your own self-esteem if everything is, if the things that you are accomplishing are the level of your self-esteem. You get what I'm saying? If it means that if you have this amount of money in your bank account, or if you are successful, or if you did this and this and this in life, and if you did your 10,000 steps a day, if you fail at this, then it means you're worth less in your own brain. And you're not worth less, you're still worth the same, because you are still you, and life goes on, you're still a human being, you're still here. But it's just the self-worth in your brain that is perhaps a little lower, because that's what our brain does the moment we start identifying with something. Okay. So I hope this made sense, and I hope you can apply this into your own life and understand that you are not the results you're getting into life. You are not the things you do. You are still you, and you are still able to grow even if you think you failed, because you cannot fail. You can only learn, and you still have to proceed, and you shouldn't identify with the things you do. Okay? Or the results you got in life. Because things do not always work out the way you want them to. Sometimes you have to try so many different times. Okay, I hope this helped, and thank you for watching.